Hello there. Today I would like to share with you 3 garden fails this year so far, and they are Thai eggplant, ginger, and taro. Now, what I will be sharing with you may look like a success, but I will go in deeper why I consider them failures this year in hopes that it will help you out if you're starting out growing these plants or if it's something that you didn't know already. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with the Thai eggplant first. Here's the first Thai eggplant with a couple blooms right now. I think I harvested maybe 1 or 2 eggplants from this plant. Here is the last one with 2 eggplants. And I believe I harvested 2 or 3 eggplants from this plant. As you can see, both of the Thai eggplants are doing really well. I consider them very healthy plants, even though there are some, like pest damage on the leaves. They are not affecting the plant's ability to grow fruits at all. So what makes it a failure this year for Thai eggplants is that, as you can see, I only have 2 coming out of winter. So started off with overwintering, I would say maybe between 3 to 5, and 3 I thought would make it for sure, and now there are only 2 that are actually where they are right now. So in the video discussing overwintering Thai eggplants, I mentioned that it would be wise for me to start them from seeds as well. And also I mentioned the fact that they are so easy to start from seeds. Well, guess what? Not this time. I am not sure what was going on. Like, none of them made it through. I think there could be 2 possible reasons. One is that I was not on top of, monitoring the seeds. So that was my fault. I guess I was just overconfident that they seeded really well the previous year and they were going to do well again. So anyway, big mistake. So the other reason I think is because of the seed starting mix that I use. So it could be one of those 2 reasons. So my recommendation to you to have a more successful Thai eggplant would be to overwinter as many as you can. But if you don't want to overwinter them, you can start them from seed. As mentioned, they did so well. They were so easy to seed the previous year. But I think you really need to find a very good seed starting brand or seed starting mix. Even though I may think, some plants, seeds are easier to germinate and all that. So that is a good thing to know, to always use the best seed starting mix that you can afford. I am very thankful to still have 2 Thai eggplants to produce eggplants this year. So now let's move on to taro. So here's the first container with the taro. Some leaves are coming out. This one still waiting. Here's another container, and I just pressed on this. Look at that, it's mushy. So these 2 are gone. So we will not be getting taro in this container at all. Here's the final container with taro leaves coming out. So what's the deal with the taro this year? Well, as you can see, it is almost the end of July, and you can see there's still very little. I don't even know if they're going to get a good size by the time frost is here. So here's what happened. The taro corms were overwintered in containers outside, and unfortunately this spring it was too wet. We got lots of beautiful rain that helped other plants, but unfortunately did not help the corms that were in containers. They got too wet and they all got rotted down. Now, I did not know the corms even got rotted down until, I would say, sometimes in the spring. I noticed that the taros were not coming up. So I was just thinking, okay, fine, I can just run to the same grocery store that carried the taro roots from the previous year. Unfortunately, that grocery store did not carry it, so I went to different grocery stores around here where I live to see if they even carried any. Nope, not at all. After no luck with finding them at the local grocery stores here, I was just thinking, well, I guess I won't be growing taro this year at all. But had to run to the Asian grocery store at some point in June. So because of that, I was like, well, you know what? Since I'm here, I might as well grab some taro roots and just try planting them, even though I knew that it was kind of too late to plant taro anyway, but willing to give them a try. And if anything, these can get overwintered in the containers, but this time in a safe place so that the corms will less likely get rotted down. So these were planted on June 27th of this year, and so far, as you saw, these are how little they are. I'm hoping that they will mature and get some size to them, before frost is here. Now, I do know I'm not going to be able to harvest some taro this year at all. They take anywhere from 7 to 10 months to mature and be able to get a good harvest. So that's not going to happen. So this year I am just going to enjoy the foliage, of course, when they get some nice size, and be thankful to be able to overwinter some in the garage. So I hope you will learn from my mistake not to get your taro corms rotted down, especially when you know you're going to be getting a very wet spring or even winter as well. So let's move on to the final plant, which is ginger. So this is ginger. As you can see, these are looking very beautiful. We got a total of 7 plants, 6 here and then 1 in the container in front of me. So what is wrong with ginger this year? Why am I considered this a failure? Well, believe it or not, I started off with a lot of plants. Like I was so excited about growing ginger this year. I was just thinking, I got this down, I'm gonna start it early. So I must have spent, I don't know, like more than I had in the past. I would say $20 to $30 of ginger, organic ones and inorganic ones, and I was excited. So started them off early in our greenhouse topper, and I was going to compare the difference. But guess what? Most of them did not make it. They got rotted down, and I'm not even sure why that happened because they were in the greenhouse topper. So guess what I had to do? I had to go out and buy more ginger so I could plant them again. So I know that maybe 1 or 2 of them came from the original ones that I planted. I was so disappointed that I didn't care to look to see what type of ginger these are, organic or not organic. I was just glad that these even came up. Even though these may do well, I've spent more money on the actual ginger than the yield that I'll be getting. You can actually harvest them after 2 to 3 months after you start seeing leaves come up. But for them to reach maturity, it's going to take 8 to 10 months, and it's not going to happen in our zone, our climate here, because we do get a frost sometime in late October. And if we're lucky, it'll go into November. Just be happy if you are in the same growing zone, same growing environment as me, to expect your ginger to only be able to grow for 4 months, and if you're lucky, 5 months. If you do live in a warmer zone, you are lucky because you can grow ginger for longer. I'm just not going to start it way early. I think going forward, I'm just going to start them indoors, maybe in March. So March would be a good time to do it, and be prepared to put them in the ground maybe May. So here's a good thing. Even though I'm only able to grow these gingers for 4 to 5 months, I'm able to get pretty good yield. So what that means is if you are in the same growing zone, same growing condition as me, and you love ginger, please give it a try and learn from the mistakes that I have made. And I think you're gonna have a better success with growing your ginger. The plants that are mentioned here are more tropical plants, and we do not live in a tropical zone. We do get winter here. We do, however, get the heat, the humidity, the regular rainfall. So because of that, these plants will die off or die back if they are not protected. So even though we only have a short period of time with them, we're able to get a pretty good harvest out of them. So what that means is if you do love Thai eggplant, you love ginger, you also love taro, or you would like to just give it a try because you love growing things, I would highly recommend that you give these a try, and I hope that you will have learned from my mistakes. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And until the next one, take care and bye for now.